What's going on, guys? This is Sam, and today Apple announced WWDC 2018. Without question, it is always my favorite Apple event of the year. We're going to see new versions of iOS, macOS, tvOS, watchOS, and probably even more this year. There's a lot to talk about, so let's go ahead and get started. The event's going to be happening from June 4th to June 8th at the McEnery Convention Center located in beautiful San Jose, California. I would love to get out to this event, and the way you can go if you are a registered developer is by signing up basically for a chance to win. And then if you get selected from this random lottery system, I believe a few thousand people will be picked, you get to pay $15.99 to go to the event, which is a lot of money on top of transportation to San Jose, a hotel while you're there, food, and any other incidentals. So getting out to San Jose might be expensive, but the experience while you're there is going to be incredible. Every year, Apple announces new software at WWDC. We're talking iOS 12 this year, macOS 12.14, watchOS 5, and tvOS 12. And on top of new software, there's also going to be new hardware there as well, probably. We saw this for the first time in a really long time at WWDC 2017. We got the new iPads, new MacBooks. Some sources are hypothesizing that for this year at WWDC 2018, we could be seeing those bezel-less Face ID iPad Pros, possibly new Macs. It's going to be a stacked event that nobody is going to want to miss. The artwork this year is surprisingly satisfying. I've watched it about 30 or 40 times already, and I think before I go to bed, I'm just going to kind of watch this on repeat. There's something about seeing this animation complete that just makes you feel good. I don't know if it's actually saying anything about the event. Sometimes the invitations are very obvious. Like when there was a Mac event in the past that said, "Hello again," that was a reference at a classic Apple marketing campaign, so we were like, yeah, there's probably going to be new Macs at this event. Other times have been even more obvious, but with this year's artwork and even with last year's WWDC artwork, it doesn't really reveal that much. It looks incredible. It gets me really excited for the event. But the only thing I could take away from this year is that it looks like these objects are almost floating, like they're augmented in some way. So maybe that's hinting at new AR features for developers or new AR features coming in iOS 12 or macOS 12.14. Of course, we don't know a lot about this event yet, but we do know that Apple is going to announce new software. We've heard that iOS 12 will be supporting cross-platform apps. We've heard that there will be FaceTime improvements. Maybe group FaceTime is a possibility. We've also heard that iOS 12 is going to be a pretty small update in general. So this year, instead of adding a lot of new features, Apple is actually pushing some off until iOS 13 and focusing on a core set of features this year with iOS 12. And I think in the end, users are going to appreciate that, even though in the short term, it'll look like iOS 12 isn't that large of an update. But of course, we don't know everything. Apple's plans are still in the works. We don't know exactly what they're going to announce. We've heard cross-platform apps, FaceTime improvements. We've heard that there could be new AR multiplayer features and a lot more. So if you want to see any of the other videos that I've made on iOS 12 and even iOS 13 in the past, I will link those up in the top right-hand corner of the screen. And on top of iOS 12, once again, we'll be seeing macOS 12.14, watchOS 5, and tvOS 12. It's going to be a big event. Every year it seems to get a little bit bigger, and this year we might see hardware again, like new iPads with Face ID and no home button, limited bezel, also new Mac computers. We saw new MacBooks and new iPads last year. It's going to be amazing. I'm so hyped for it. Let me know down below in the comment section what you're most excited to see. For me, it's iOS 12, but I'm also really excited for those new iPads and possibly new Macs as well. As June 4th inches closer, I'm sure we'll learn more about the event. Right now, we have an idea of what Apple's working on, what they're going to announce, but nothing is for sure. Because I was a really big fan of the artwork this year, I made some wallpapers of it. So if you want to check those out, I will definitely leave a link to my website down below. If you enjoyed watching this video, found it useful, learned something new, feel free to drop a like. That does seriously help me out. And of course, hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. If you want to help support the channel, buy a shirt like this, you can head over to shop.iupdateos.com. Use code WWDC for 10% off your order. That would be incredible. For now, I've been Sam. I hope all of you are doing great, and I will talk to you in my next video.